Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today we're creating the pond eye. It's a little bit cool and breezy today, but we are going to get some more work done on the duck pond expansion out there. But I actually wanted to create something that we'll be able to watch the duck pond expansion with. And I got out one of my hunting trail cameras, and we actually have a time-lapse mode on that trail camera that I'm going to be able to use to watch the progression of the duck pond build. But I'm going to need a nice spot to put the camera out of the weather, so we'll be able to have a nice view of the whole duck pond. So today I'm going to be creating a little station to put the trail camera in to try and keep it out of the weather so the rain doesn't get on the lens and we don't get some dew, and we can actually get some good shots of the pond. My dad's working on moving some wood chips right now, and then he's going to be going over stripping some more topsoil off of the pond. So I'm going to try and get this set up and see if we can get a good angle on the pond. But I came over to the shed here and I started looking around for some materials. And this is the trolling motor that actually came with my little John boat. That was actually a members only video on my other channel, Whitt Acres Nature at Home, but I did get a 10-foot John boat. And oh, the geyser. Gorgeous. Gonna have to do something with that big pumpkin here soon. But we have a 10-foot John boat here, and we are going to be able to use that on the duck pond and chase around the ducks that don't want to come out of the water. But I was looking around for some materials, and I found this, which actually might make a pretty good roof. Just kind of bow it over like that. And I also want to elevate this so we have a good angle on the pond. So I have this 4x4 here, and I'm thinking about strapping this to one of the fence posts down there at the vegetable garden. And then I'm thinking we can build like a birdhouse structure to put on top, and the trail camera can go inside. But I found these things already, but now we need to find something we can actually build the house with. And I'm thinking we'll be able to find that out here by the firewood. Pop. Come on, Pup. He still has wood chips to move. But over here by the firewood that we're gonna have to get moved into the burner pad so it can stay dry. But over here I have some slab wood, and this is actually all scrap firewood we get from the lumber mill. But a lot of this is usable, and I'm gonna be using some of this for the mushroom coop build. Actually, whenever my brother was picking up wood today, he picked me up some more of this slab wood, and we have it sitting over here. I've been actually collecting a lot of the materials I need to finish the mushroom coop right now, so we have some of these flatboards sitting over here. I don't have enough of these to finish yet, but they actually have all I need at the lumber mill, and it's free. So I think one of these next coming weekends, I'm gonna have to go up there with my brother and we can pick some of that off. But for today's project, I was actually thinking about using this board down here. It's a little bit thicker, but it's gonna give me some nice walls I can actually attach together. And I'm thinking it's the perfect size to hold the trail camera, which is about 6 inches. And that is 5 inches right there. Thanks, Rooster. So we're gonna have a little bit of clearance there with the trail camera inside. That should keep the rain off the lens and the dew. And I think it'll give us a pretty good view. Pop. So let's get this one down to the shed. Oh, it's not all thick. I think I have enough of the thicker part of this board though I can work with it. Pop, grab an end, bud. Now I'm thinking this one's gonna make the walls. I still need to find a floor. And we'll get some wood chips spread around the gardens too. Oh, Maverick. Hey, bud. Coming in, Pop. I also got some metal set aside for the mushroom coop build. That stuff I was able to salvage from the Homestead. We got a few things going on the weekend. But all right, now I just need a floor. Not seeing the ideal piece of wood. That might work. Hold on, I'll find something. Hey, Pup, don't walk on that. Back it up, back it up. Don't break my sheeting. That stuff was expensive. Hey, over. Come on. Don't step on that. I think I found the board I can use. Perfect. Pop, come on. I'll be back up here. We're gonna work on the mushroom coop today. I see you, goats. I'll be back. Come on, Pup, this is what we needed. Alright, puppy, we made some progress here. We got the structure actually made. We have it attached to the fence post, which was a little bit crooked, so I put a spacer 2x4 on the bottom so I could get my post straight. And with my post straight and plumb, we have the box on top. It is a little bit bigger than I was first expecting, but I'm liking it up there. It's looking nice and rustic, and the only thing left to do is to see if the angle is right. He is still taking off topsoil here, but he's only about halfway across. And this was the angle that we've been using so far. So we're gonna see what this angle has been capturing, and then we're gonna switch it to the other angle and see if it's any better. Go ahead and pop this off and switch it to the inside of the new box. All right, we got the eye up here in place. I'm not sure if it's too deep inside. I'm not sure how wide the angle of the lens is gonna let it be, but hopefully we can see the whole pond from there. Looks good from up here. Pop. I'm gonna let the time lapse go for a while, and then I'm gonna have to pull the card out and check it on the computer to make sure the camera's pointed in a good direction. So I'm gonna let that go for a little while, and then we'll take it inside and we'll see what the angle looks like. Pop, we did it. And I am not going to want to pull a ladder out here every time I check the memory card or change the batteries, so we're going to have to figure something out. It's a process. Pup, I think we have a pretty good angle on the new pond eye here, and I had an old birdhouse lying around and it fit perfectly inside what I just made. So I stuck that birdhouse in there. I figured the birds were going to try and make a house in there anyway, so I figured I'd give them a little spot too, and maybe they won't disrupt the camera. I think it looks really good next to the garden entrance here, and it's given us a really good view of the pond. Huh, Sedgwick, what do you think, girl? You're just out here doing your thing. You're just a free bird. She hangs out with her ducklings a little bit at the pond, and she does still sleep in her coop at night, but she pretty much just free ranges around here in the gardens during the day. Oh girl, you found all my fresh mulch down here. Just making a mess. One chicken will do so much more mess in the gardens than having 30 ducks free range. And they are out there. Oh, I forgot to get Ron and the girls out. Well, we better finish this up. I did have my dad help by bringing over a big rock and setting it next to this post so I can just step up on that rock and reach the camera. I don't have to bring down a ladder. So I think this is going to work out really well. We have a really nice view of the pond, and we'll be able to do a time lapse of the whole pond construction. Right now I have it set on time lapse mode, and that means it's going to take a photo every single minute. So after 24 hours, that's going to be 1,440 photos that I can just edit together and make into a video. So I'm going to try and keep this going every day that we have pond construction happening, and hopefully we can get a nice time lapse of everything that's been going on, because there is a lot of different aspects to the pond construction. Right now we're still working on stripping the topsoil because that is a pretty big job. Big wings. I see you over there. But you can see how much bigger the pond's going to be once we actually expand it. We're going to be moving a lot of dirt for this project. I do have some ideas that we're going to be reusing it here, but the stuff that I can't use here on the homestead, we are going to be trucking that up to my brother's farm. He has a low spot off the road that he wants to fill in, so he'll be able to take as much dirt as I don't want. Pup, but that's going to take some time to truck it up there. But the pond construction is underway. Now we aren't going to be doing the main pond dig until probably November, probably another month before we do the main pond basin. But there's still a lot of other things that we're trying to do now, so it's all ready for the big machines to come in and just do the digging. And my dad and my brother will help operate those machines, and I'll be helping out in the backhoe, so we're all going to be busy during the pond dig, but now we'll have eyes on the whole entire pond, so we'll be able to see everything that's happening. And then once the pond's all dug out, we'll be able to time lapse and watch it fill up. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe down below so you can follow along with everything that's going on here at Whitt Acres. Hit that like button before you leave, and you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching. Come on, pup.